Hi everyone, right now I'm going to show you some great picture books from Usborne. This is called B is for Bedtime, and it's an alphabet bedtime book. It goes through this girl's nighttime routine and has something for each letter of the alphabet. A is awake, how I feel after dinner. B for the book with my dad, it's a winner. C for the clock that tick-tocks on the wall. D is my dog who's not sleepy at all. Really, really cute. Great for bedtime. Another one of my favorite bedtime storybooks is The Complete Book of Farmyard Tales. It comes with a CD, so you can play it in the car as well. Or if you are feeling lazy that night, you can just stick the CD in. And what's great about this is there is a dual reading feature. So there's simple text on the top for children who can read, and there's more complex text on the bottom. You can also read the top if you are feeling like getting through the story a little faster. So such cute little stories about a farm, and your children will fall in love with all these characters. Next one is called There's a Mouse About the House, and it's a story of this little mouse who goes through the house trying to find food. So he has little holes that he goes through, and children just really like to put the mouse through the pages. A hungry mouse came out one night to look for food. I'll try the kitchen first, thought the mouse, and disappearing through the crack in the floor. And then you turn the page, and he comes out other side. Kids just love this book. Great for fine motor skills. The next book is beautiful. It's called I Love You Animally. I love you hugely like a whale. I love you shyly like a quail. I love you cleverly like a fox. There's great illustrations and a lot of descriptive vocabulary. Jonathan James and the Wratif Monster. It goes through and talks about Jonathan's worries. Some what-if monsters like to hang out and fill up our heads with worry and doubt. And it goes through his day, and he's afraid to try new things and experiences. And then in the end, he talks about, well, what if the monster is wrong and there's really nothing to worry about. It's a great book for if your children are dealing with worries or fears. The next book is called Super Duck by Jez Albro. She writes really funny rhyming books. And this book talks about the animals in the farmyard. They're trying to fly a kite, and they just can't get it to fly. And Super Duck tries and tries to get this kite to fly. It is so funny. Your kids will be laughing at the end of the book. My son's favorite book, A Tale of Two Beasts, talks about a story from two different perspectives. So at first it follows her story about how she finds this little beast in the forest, and she takes him home and tries to take care of him. Well, the beast runs away, and she doesn't understand why. In the end, he comes back, but still, she doesn't know why he ran away. So then it talks about the beast's story from his perspective, and it's really fun, and your kids will want you to read it over and over. You Choose. This is an imagination book. It's really, really great because your children will be able to make their own story. If you have little imaginations that like to run wild, this is a great book. And it also talks about different vocabulary like cities and jungles and volcanoes. And then it has different people and different houses. Just great for vocabulary and their imagination. You Choose, and there's also Just Imagine. Finally, there is How Deep is the Sea? These books talk about math concepts for really young children, and there's 3 different books of this that follows the same character, the little penguin, and he goes around asking the other animals how deep is the sea, and he ends up finding out at the end. And there's this big, huge poster in the back, which is awesome. And you can fold it out and just give your children an example of how deep really is a sea. So really fun books for math concepts. And I have some illustrated stories for older children. This one is probably older elementary and middle school. Illustrated stories from around the world. There is the stone cutter from China. Just kind of fun illustrations. Dick Whittington. This is the fish who could talk. King Midas and the Golden Touch. So really beautiful illustrated stories. And then for high school, middle school, high school, if they still like pictures, illustrated stories of Greek myths. This is great if you're studying the Greeks. And there's the wooden horse, the Minotaur, Pegasus, the sea monster. Look at that. Beautiful. So there's lots of illustrated stories. If you have older children who like picture books, this would be a great series for them. Thanks for being with me.